Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Libra. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to week 2 of March 2021. And just a quick reminder for all of you Patreon people out there, the weekly astrology bonus report is up, and you can check that out by opening the down bar below and going to my Patreon. I do things a bit differently than I was last week. Instead of doing a big long live where I do like these hour-long run-through for all the signs, I've actually just condensed it down to doing the report and having a list on screen that you can, look at that shows where for each sign, each house, and what area of life is getting affected. And so if you want to check that out, again, you can always follow the links down below. Now in this video, however, we're going to be talking about an aspect that is going to be with us for a good few weeks. We've actually had Mars, recently moved into Gemini, begin a long sextile to Chiron, which is in Aries. So this is going to be an interaction from your 9th house, right? Gemini, your higher education, government legal proceedings, travel, culture, worldliness, as well as anything to do with your spiritual path, your spiritual practice, your reach, communications to the world at large, to your 7th house of partnerships, closest one-on-one connections, boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you have your closest one-on-one connections and arrangements with. Now with Mars, right, the planet of action, passion, energy, the divine ascended masculine, the problem solver, sextile to Chiron, the kind of the bruise, right? Chiron, people call it the wounded healer. I say it's our baggage. It's the stuff that's registered on our consciousness that needs to be cleared if we're going to step into a higher quality of life and into our mastery and to heal. We've actually got Mars, bringing in an opportunity for you to actually heal or clear some kind of imbalance in an existing partnership or in an existing arrangement, or possibly a past one, by either doing a swap of some kind, or maybe even bringing in something foreign, something completely new that is going to completely change the landscape of how you are conducting a close one-on-one connection. Now, this may be actually working over a lot of different connections at once. It may be very well indeed your BFF, your roommate, your business partner, your spouse, all in separate intervals, or it may just be focusing on one area. Mars in the 9th house, Mars in general sextile to Chiron, is about solutions, not emotional fortification, not dumbing things down, not psychologically coddling. So everyone is going to be pushed towards solutions in general. Now, with Mars in the 9th house, you could be bringing in people or bringing in activities, bringing in relationship styles, business policies, maybe even contracts and arrangements, hi Persephone, and commitments that may actually be foreign to both you and your partner or whoever your associate is in question. And it may challenge a lot of our psychology, the way that we are socialized, the way that our partner's socialized, our policies, our values in our relationship, really giving it a huge workover. And it will be uncomfortable in the beginning, but we are encouraged to actually embrace what is coming in that is so foreign, that is so exotic, that is allowing us to actually have the best arrangements and commitments possible. And even you single Libras may be meeting new people that are foreign to you or exotic to you or culturally alien to you in some way, or maybe even spiritually on the same path as you, but still alien in some fashion, that will also be positive additions, but also lesson bringers as we go through this next few weeks. As we get on to your cards, your spiritual theme of this week is the Two of Cups upright. So again, a big focus on blending, on accepting, and also allowing for people in your life to bond with you in new, better, healthier ways. When we talk about the Two of Cups, we are focusing on getting all of our closest one-on-one relationships, new and existing, to be at their culmination of their best. What is the best this can be in the highest interest of all concerned? When this happens, this is also going to, of course, change a lot of these dynamics, especially where we may find that certain engagements, certain friendships, certain relationships may be actually running as a response to toxic or problematic areas versus actually running in the interest of health. And over the course of this week, a lot of you are going to be needing to take on that Mars energy and focus on solutions, because it's going to help bond. It's going to help bring the closest people into your life, the best people for the job, the best people for the relationship, the best people for your social support system. Again, this isn't about emotional and psychological fortification. This is about everyone getting into a situation that is the best and in the highest interest for all concerned equally. As we get on to your material shifts, what's going on with your work, your job, your finances, your living situation as it relates to practical affairs, as well as anything that may come up around money that you are either engaged in exchanging or that comes to you. You've got the moon upright, and it does look like a lot of you Libra people are going to be getting put in a situation where we need to make sure that we give ourselves time to examine multiple options or multiple unasked for options that are coming up for us this week. And I feel like with the moon, what's happening is that you're getting more choices, or you're having things kind of come to you as offers or propositions that you're not necessarily asking for. With the moon, I am seeing a mixed bag. Some of these may actually be very advantageous, and some of them could be just a waste of time and a waste of money. I urge you not to judge prematurely or go into this week with a plan of judging prematurely. You know, it's with the moon card upright, you might be getting some things that you need to examine, because we might be only judging things on surface values, you know? And we never want to dumb down our life by judging things on simple, surface values. Things that could be coming up that seem gorgeous and wonderful could actually be really ugly on the inside. And some things that don't necessarily look the best put together could be gold. It's like people. And one of the things that I'm seeing with this is that over the course of this week, you're not encouraged to rush to a conclusion. You may find that as we get to the end of the week, I think that your decision will get better made for you or with you. As we get on to your community card, communications, friends, relatives, maybe other people in your life, we do have the Page of Swords upright. And I do see that this is where the moon card energy is going to make a little bit more sense, because with the Page of Swords, a friend or a relative is going to actually be helping you to sort something out where you have been lost, where you have been having a hard time either setting something straight, getting on the right path, maybe even helping you clear up some kind of misunderstanding, some kind of rumor. I do feel, in fact, for a lot of you Libra people, a mystery or something that has been kept in secret, something that's been kept hush-hush, or something that you've been told that's not a complete story is also going to get fleshed out by a friend or relative and put a long-standing story in your social life to rest, hopefully wrapping it up with a happy ending or an ending if that's enough. As we get on to your challenge this week, you do have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Again, be careful about going into a situation where your defenses are up way too high, or you might be tempted to judge or defend or deflect things prematurely. Because the Seven of Wands reversed is like, hey, Libra, choose your battles, choose what you're reacting to, respond, don't react. Because with the Seven of Wands reversed, we may actually be repelling things that are good for us with those kinds of actions, with that kind of, again, aggressive defensive stance or a bit of skepticism. We don't want to say no to everything just as an impulse. Because with the Seven of Wands reversed, what you're going to be finding is that the things that you actually take the time to get familiar with are not actually going to be as repulsive or as off-putting as they may be if you just take one short glance at them. And I'm also seeing with the Seven of Wands reversed, we may have to also face where sometimes we might be maybe a little bit too resistant to things that are foreign or alien or, out of our norm in whatever way. Because we may be trying to defend ourselves against something that's trying to help us, however it shows up. It's kind of why I turned off the comments, on YouTube for a while. I kind of felt bad for a lot of people, like, basically cursing themselves, complaining and writing things about their life in the comments. And it just kind of, the comment section, can kind of turn into a toilet sometimes. And so it's like, do not let yourself go into that. Let yourself be open. You don't have to accept something just because you don't reject it. Allow yourself to play with it. As we get on to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you do have the High Priestess in reverse. And this is a very interesting week for you because I feel like a lot of you Libra people are coming into a space where if you're single and you're looking for somebody new, you are going to meet somebody that you have no idea how you would incorporate them into your life. And with the High Priestess reversed, juxtaposed to that Two of Cups upright, once again, we've got to be mindful not to just write that off or jump to a conclusion because of that. Because the High Priestess reversed is very much that Mars in the 9th house energy. We are seeing this experience of something that we have no reference for that could actually be something that if we're not careful, we may accept as good or bad without actually knowing the full story. Take your time with this. The High Priestess reversed is ushering you into a space where you will be engaging with either a person or a relationship opportunity that you are not going to understand at all this week. You're going to have to take it real slow. As we get on to those of you who are currently coupled, the High Priestess reversed is indicating that your partner is also going to be going through these changes alongside you. And it's something that you might feel tempted to try and, kind of get locked down on, kind of figure out, kind of, learn the patterns, learn the strategy, become an expert right away. Please don't. Your partner is also going on a journey here. It's kind of like last week where we talked about partners going on a journey of self-discovery. Across the board, I do want to mention this, a lot of you Libra people may also be finding that the High Priestess reversed is also going to introduce some of you to situations where we may have misjudged a person and we have a chance to see things in a new light, whether it's somebody from the past if you're single, or again, maybe misjudged something our partner was doing or getting involved in or getting interested in, and now we have a chance to explore it and see it for ourselves. So that's what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.